In this video we're going to be having a look at bridles, how best to put them on, and having a look at their fit. So this horse has got a snaffle bridle on. Things to watch out for is to make sure, obviously, your bridle is the right size. So you don't want them too tight behind the ears. You've got to make sure there's no pressure on the poll or behind the ears or any pressure points. This one is really nicely fitting with the keepers here halfway down. You don't want them too high or too low. You want to make sure the bit is the right size. You may make sure you measure your horse's mouth and make sure you get the bit the right size. You don't want too much hanging out and you don't want it too tight so it pinches or anything. Noseband needs to fit snugly, not too close to the cheekbones. And then the noseband needs to sit nicely on the front of the nose, not too tight, not too loose. You don't want it moving around. You don't want it restricting any airways or anything like that. So this bridle sits really nicely on this horse. The lower part of the noseband comes under the bit beautifully, sits into the crease in the jawline, and the bit's sitting nicely in his mouth, not too many wrinkles, and it's not hanging out to the side of his mouth. So as you move up the levels, you may start riding your horse in a double bridle. This is the Supergroom bit, and this is the Weymouth bit. Make sure the curbs fitted correctly. I always start from the off side, hook it on, and then bring it round, and then hook it on this side. Make sure it sits nice and flat under here. Make sure these bits aren't too big and aren't too small. The Supergroom will obviously be slightly smaller, and the Weymouth will be slightly larger. And again with the noseband, make sure that's fitted correctly, not too high, not too low. Nice gap below the cheekbone and just behind the cheekbone there. Fastened at the back. Make sure the throat lash is not too tight. Nice gap there between the throat lash and the cheekbones. Make sure all your keepers are done up. Make sure the headpiece is sitting nicely. And always check, some manufacturers will put guidelines on, like an arrow or something. Make sure you check you've got them fitted right and that the arrows are pointing the correct way, because that can result in elimination at the tack check. So make sure the bits are all legal and they suit your horse and that your horse is comfortable in them.